You're blindfolded. There's a rope around your neck. Men in aprons are chanting. And you're thinking, I just wanted to get a better job. Welcome to Freemasonry, the oldest, most powerful, most misunderstood fraternity on the planet. And today, we're going through every single level. What they tell you, what they don't tell you, and what happens to the guys who make it all the way to the top. Buckle up. This gets weird fast. Level 1. Entered Apprentice. You want in. Maybe your dad was a Mason. Maybe your boss is. Maybe you just watched too many YouTube videos at 2 a.m. Either way, you knock on the door. First thing nobody tells you, you have to ask. Masons don't recruit. No DMs, no ads. You come to them, hat in hand. I want in. You find a member, fill out a petition, get investigated, yes, investigated, by brothers quietly asking around about you, your reputation, your character, whether you are the kind of guy who pays his debts and doesn't kick dogs. Pass, you get a date. Initiation night, they strip everything: phone, wallet, watch, dignity. They blindfold you, called being hoodwinked, which is genuinely the most honest thing they've ever named, and put a rope around your neck called a cable tow. Men in suits and aprons lead you through a dark room, speaking in low voices about death, rebirth, and the immortality of the soul. You swear an oath so dramatic it would make a mob lawyer blush, throat cut, tongue torn out, buried in sand at low tide. They're not actually going to do that, probably. Congratulations, you're an entered apprentice. You know almost nothing. Here's a white lambskin apron. Go home and think about what you've done. You drive home in silence. Something shifted. Level 2. Fellowcraft. Months pass. You attend meetings, sit in the back, learn the handshakes. Yes, they're real. Yes, they're ridiculous. Yes, they work. The judge down the street nods at you. The cop who pulled you over last year sees your ring and suddenly remembers he has somewhere to be. The network is real. That's the first thing you actually learn. Second degree, fellowcraft. Now you're learning geometry, architecture, the liberal arts. Masons are obsessed with building. Not just buildings, but men. You're a rough stone being shaped into something perfect, a building block for civilization. Pretentious? Absolutely, but it kind of works. The ritual gets more elaborate, more symbols, more allegory. You're told the letter G, compass and square, stands for both geometry and God, essentially the same thing. You nod like you understand. You don't. Nobody does. That's the point. Level 3. Master Mason. This is the big one, the third degree, the one that matters, the one that separates the tourists from the true believers. The ritual of the third degree is, without exaggeration, one of the most intense theatrical experiences a grown adult can voluntarily put themselves through. You're going to die, symbolically, but still. The story goes like this. Hiram Abiff, the master architect of Solomon's temple, is murdered by 3 ruffians who want to steal the secret word of a master mason. He refuses to give it up. They kill him. He's buried, and then he's raised from the dead. You are Hiram Abiff. You lie on the floor in the dark. Men chant over you. The worshipful master grabs your hand in the lion's paw grip and raises you from the dead. You are symbolically reborn. You are now a master mason. And here's where it gets interesting, because now you realize that the secret you just died for, the actual secret word of a master mason, it was lost when Hiram was killed. So the word they give you is a substitute, a placeholder. The real secret is gone. You just died for a secret that doesn't exist. Welcome to the third degree. Welcome to the rest of your life wondering what the real secret actually is. But here's the thing, the network kicks in hard now. You're a full brother. Medical bills get covered, legal problems get quietly resolved, business deals get made over handshakes in parking lots, your kid gets into the college, the loan gets approved, the charges get dropped. Is it corruption? Is it brotherhood? Is it both? Yes. Let's continue with the Blue Lodge life. Most Masons stop here. 3 degrees, Blue Lodge. They come to meetings once a month, eat bad food, argue about the budget for the building repairs, and go home. They're good men, civic-minded, charitable. The Shriners, those guys in the tiny cars at parades, they're all Master Masons. They run children's hospitals. They've donated billions. The boring truth about most Masons is that they're just guys. Guys who like ritual, brotherhood, and the feeling that they're part of something bigger than themselves. But some of them want more. Some of them look at the 3 degrees and think, there are 30 more. What's up there? The Scottish Rite. The Scottish Rite, degrees 4 through 32. This is where it gets philosophical, esoteric, and genuinely strange. You're not climbing a ladder anymore. You're descending into a rabbit hole. Each degree is a theatrical performance, a full play with costumes and props and dramatic lighting, exploring themes of justice, revenge, philosophy, and the nature of evil. The 13th degree involves a vault under Solomon's temple. The 18th degree, the Rose Craw, is about death and resurrection, and it's so overtly Christian that it makes some people uncomfortable and others feel right at home. The 30th degree is called the Knight Kadosh. You're symbolically avenging the murder of Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, who was burned at the stake in 1314. You stomp on a crown and a papal tiara. You declare war on tyranny. It's been 700 years, and these guys are still mad about it. By the time you hit the 32nd degree, you've sat through more theatrical performances than most theater majors. You've explored Kabbalah, Hermeticism, Rosicrucianism, and enough ancient philosophy to make your head spin. You know things, or you think you know things, or you know that you don't know things, which is somehow the most Masonic outcome of all. And then there's the 33rd. You don't earn the 33rd degree. You don't apply for it. You don't even know it's coming. One day, a letter arrives. You've been selected by a committee you've never met for reasons that are never fully explained. The 33rd degree is honorary. It's given to Master Masons who have made extraordinary contributions to the fraternity or to society. Presidents, Supreme Court justices, generals, the kind of men whose names end up on buildings. The initiation ceremony involves a ritual so elaborate it makes the 3rd degree look like a birthday party. There are swords, there are crowns, there are oaths that make the earlier ones sound like a pinky promise. And at the center of it all is a question that has haunted every Mason who ever made it this far. What is the royal secret? You go up to the old-timers, the guys who've been in the Scottish Rite for 40 years. You say, I'm a sublime prince of the royal secret now, so what's the royal secret? And they look at you, and they smile, and they say something vague about brotherhood and the perfection of the soul. 1 in 1,000 Masons actually knows the answer, maybe fewer. The secret, the real one, the one Hiram died for, the one they've been protecting for 300 years, is that there is no secret. Or rather, the secret is something so simple, so obvious, so human, that it can't be spoken. It can only be lived. The secret is that you become what you practice. You become the ritual. You become the brotherhood. You become the man you were always supposed to be. Or you become a 33rd degree Mason who still can't get a good parking spot. Both outcomes are equally possible. 3 million men, 33 degrees, hundreds of years of secrets, symbols, handshakes, and aprons. And at the end of it all, it's not about the secrets. It's about the question, the relentless, lifelong, maddening question of who you are and what you're building. Every degree is just another way of asking, are you the rough stone or the perfect ashlar? Are you the ruffian or the architect? Most men never ask the question at all. The Masons at least have the decency to make you lie on the floor in the dark before they let you pretend you have the answer. If this video made you question everything, good. That's the whole point.